South Asia Test 2017-2018. Number 1. Which characteristic of South Asian cultures best explains the political divisions of the region after the countries gained independence? A. Religious differences. B. Language differences. C. Differences in economic activities. D. The history of invasion by Asian powers. Number 2. How has the political development of Pakistan differed from that of India since independence from Britain in 1947? A. Pakistan is ruled primarily by religious leaders while Indian leaders are elected. B. The Pakistani government adopted a system of communism while India did not. C. The Pakistani government has experienced instability with frequent military takeovers. Or D. Pakistan is ruled by a council of tribal elders that help maintain unity within the country. Number 3. For many years, fishermen in Sri Lanka have used a traditional style of catching fish along the coast. Called stilt fishing, fishermen sit for hours on stilts embedded in the coral reefs near the shore. This unusual development does not greatly disturb the fish. By fishing from stilts, more people are able to catch the fish that would normally be frightened away by net fishing from the shore. The life of the stilt fisherman is difficult, with prices for fish often being less than 5 cents. Though the fishing custom was devastated after the 2004 tsunami, the tradition continues today. Here is the question. The traditional stilt fishing method in Sri Lanka is an example of humans. Is it A, modifying the environment, B, adapting the environment, C, getting organized to accomplish large-scale tasks, or D, replacing traditional methods with faster technology? Number 4. How have monsoons affected the economic development of Bangladesh? A. The dry, cold winds limit winter crop production. B. The dry, summer winds cause drought and famine. C. The summer rain provides fertile lands for growing corn. D. The rainfall in the mountains causes destructive floods throughout the country. Number 5. In the mid-1960s, the people of South Asia faced food shortages and starvation. India was importing huge amounts of grain from the United States to feed the growing hundreds of millions of people in the region. Confronting the disaster was Norman Borlaug, an American plant scientist. His study of grain plants led to a new variety called semi-dwarf wheat. This wheat was shorter, stronger stalk that supports an enormous head of grain. Additionally, it does not lean over as it grows, allowing a great increase in the amount of wheat grown on a plot of land. In the early 1960s, the Indian government introduced this new type of wheat to farms and launched an effort to educate farmers on how better to raise crops through irrigation systems and fertilizer use. Wheat output has quadrupled since the 1960s, enabling the region to feed the large population. Borlaug was awarded the Nobel Prize for Peace. The Nobel citation reads, "More than any other person of his age, he helped provide bread for a hungry world. We have made this choice in the hope of providing bread will also give the world peace." The introduction of Borlaug's innovation, along with the efforts of India to educate farmers, is a part of the, is it A, Dust Bowl, B, Wheat War, C, Grain Miracle, or D, Green Revolution? Number 6. Which government of South Asia is most similar to the American government? A, India, B, Nepal, C, Bhutan, D, Pakistan. Number 7. Which film production industry in India creates movies that often reflect Indian traditions and Hindu themes? A, Hinglish, B, Bollywood, C, parallel cinema, D, cinema of Assam. Number 8. In Indian democracy, voting in an election is considered A, an illegal act, B, civil disobedience, C, civic responsibility, D, a requirement by law. Number 9. The natural wealth of South Asia. South Asia is a rich land of natural resources. Sri Lanka has one of the world's largest concentrations of precious gems like sapphires and rubies. Pakistan's major resources are energy resources such as coal, uranium, petroleum, and natural gas. India also has deposits of energy resources as well as a large share of the world's iron ore. Additionally, India has the world's largest deposits of mica, a critical component of electronic equipment. Retrieving these natural resources has produced environmental consequences. Acquiring gemstones from riverbeds has led to the erosion of riverbanks. The recovery of iron and coal can damage the landscape and cause air and water pollution, especially along the Ganges River. Nations of the region continue to struggle to find a balance between protecting the environment and letting industry use the great wealth of natural resources there. How are new technologies most likely influencing the interaction of humans with the environment of the region? A, demand for gemstones is leading a fair wage standards for workers. B, farmlands are being converted to mining operations to recover natural resources. C, businesses and industries are leaving the region to avoid the environmental side effects. D, demand for steel and electronic products is leading industries to search for and recover natural resources. Number 10, coal mining regulations in India. In 2011, the Indian government approved the Mines and Mineral Development. Looks like I'm going to run out of time here, so I'm going to pause here and start part 2 with number 10.